And if you're not convinced about studying STEMI, we are here to give you one more chance, one more reason for you to study it. Joining us in studio is Siyanda, who will be telling us why you should be studying science. Hi Siyanda, welcome.
Hi, thank you, it's a pleasure.
Could you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
All right, hi viewers. I'm Siyanda Sikrenya. I'm from a township called Kwatema, which is located in Springs in Johannesburg. And at the CSIR, I am a technologist in telecommunications.
And tell us, what does a technologist in telecommunications do at the CSIR?
Well, you know, you develop technology. No, in telecommunications, you basically create devices that can help us in the country be more digital and connected to the internet. So yeah, amongst so many other things, but that's basically what we do. We do a lot of measurements. We're just all about spectrum, you know, which is so interesting. So mostly what we do.
I can tell that you're excited just by talking about it. Oh my goodness. So just briefly tell us, at the CSIR, which cluster are you from and what project are you currently working on?
All right, so I'm from the Next Generation Enterprises and Institutions cluster, and we're currently working on the TV White Space project, whose main aim basically is to bridge the digital divide in South Africa by connecting the underprivileged, you know, to the internet basically. So yeah, that's like the main aim, you know. Amongst other things, that's the main aim.
All right, well, thank you for that. Now tell us, how does this project affect the community? I hear that you say you want everybody connected to the internet, but in which way and who's everybody?
Yeah, so who's everybody? So, you know, in South Africa, there are certain, like, for example, the rural areas, you know. If you compare that area to the urban area, you know, you realize that the connectivity there, or how people communicate with one another, or how they go about their daily lives is not the same. You know, urban area, you might find that you can go to the hospital very quickly and you can be able to talk to anyone at any time, like immediately you're there. But as soon as you go to the rural areas, you know, it's quite difficult. There's no connection, there's no network and so forth. So I feel like with this project, you know, we not only bridging that digital divide, but we improving our lives, whether it's through education, whether it's through lifestyle, whether it's through health. This connectivity, or this project basically, and the connectivity that it provides is to basically improve everyone's lives. It doesn't matter where you're from. It shouldn't matter where you're from, really. We should all be connected the same way, right? So, yeah.
Well, now I'll rest assured knowing that when I go to Siabe to visit my grandpa, I won't be having any connectivity issues.
Exactly. We don't want that anymore.
Ooh, I'm here for it.
We don't want that anymore.
All right, thank you for that. Now, what has been the most challenging thing about the project or developing the project?
I'll run away from the technical challenges because they're very technical, but I'll say we've had the privilege of being able to take the project out of the lab and out of the office, you know, and actually take it out and deploy it in these communities that are underprivileged. But I would say vandalism is probably one of the biggest challenges, and it's quite hard to also control it because it comes out of nowhere, right? But for us to create this huge technology and introduce these very valuable instruments and devices and deploy them in communities that need them the most, and then only for them to be vandalized at a later stage is so disheartening, and it's so unfortunate as well. So I hope that with the young ones coming in to STEMI, I hope that they'll be able to encourage the people around them and encourage their parents and encourage anyone else who can possibly protect these devices so that we can move forward as a country, because it's time.
It's time.
It's time.
You heard it, it's time. Now, what has been the highlight of the project?
Now, there's a lot of highlights. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Tell me.
But I'll say,
I want to hear them all.
Definitely. Okay, cool. So let's start with two, right? I'll give you two. So you're measuring. Let's say like you're in the technical aspect, and you're in the lab or whatever, and you're measuring, and you're just not getting that connectivity. You're just like, what's going on with this device? Like, I'm not getting what I'm supposed to get, right? And then out of nowhere, on like a random day, a random Tuesday, or random Wednesday, you actually get it.
It hits you.
It hits you. You want to tell the world. Like, it's just, that's probably one of the biggest highlights that we get on a regular basis. And then another one definitely is seeing people connected. Like going to these actual communities and seeing how happy people are when they realize that I can connect to this device here and walk 10 kilometers away and still be connected to the internet. It's an amazing It's just not like Wi-Fi, you know. It's almost like Wi-Fi, but it's not. Because with Wi-Fi, when you go outside, you can't connect anymore, right? But with this, you can go as far as 5 kilometers and you still be connected. Like, where have you heard of something like that? You know what I mean? So it's just, it's inspiring. It's like, wow, I actually did this, you know. Definitely a highlight for me.
Oh man, I'm just getting excited about it.
Exactly.
Which are some of the communities that it has been deployed in?
We have a few communities in KZN. Now, if I say the name, I'll butcher them, and I don't want them to be offended, so I'm just going to say KZN. We're trying to go as national as possible. Obviously, we take small steps little by little. As I said, a very huge challenge of vandalism. Yeah. So we have one there. I think we also have one in Limpopo, if I'm not mistaken. Limpopo, maybe also one in Pumalanga, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we're going higher and higher. Don't worry. We'll be national in a few seconds. Don't worry. We'll be everywhere.
All right. Yeah. Well, I want to pose a challenge to our viewers at home to say, if you are in the areas that have the TV white space and technology, just take a selfie, post it, and tag us, #@CSIR. Now, coming back to this, how long did the project take from initiation space to now being deployed?
This project has been going on for quite a while. I think we have phases, right? So they were like a destination, because we're always making it more advanced and we're always enhancing stuff. So definitely, I would be lying if I gave you a proper like time. Okay, it took 6 months. Or okay, like it took 3 years. I'd be lying, because we're always developing and making it better and better. But I would say, as early as 2016, we've been really busy with this. So yeah, and it's only getting better and better as we move on. So I'm looking forward to it. You keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears peeled.
Glued on it.
Exactly.
Well, now besides this project, I know you're excited about it. I can feel it. But what has been this one scientific discovery that blows your mind?
You know what it is? There's so many, as always with me. So many.
Okay, you know, I'll make an exception and you can give me 2.
2. Okay, first, 5G.
Yeah.
5G. I feel like people don't really understand the impact that 5G has, right? Like, it can basically, let's say we're having a call over like a long area, like let's say over the world, right? The time it takes for me and you to connect is 5 times faster. Actually, 100 times faster with 5G. It's crazy. And when you think about it in the perspective of health, you know, whenever you have someone and you need to call an ambulance and stuff, you realize it takes a long time for the ambulance to come over. Yeah. We don't want that anymore. And 5G is here to tell you that I'm here to solve this problem. It's just mind-boggling on how this technology can even be. Like, it's just, what? This is possible. And obviously AI, obviously there's pros and cons, right? But I feel like there's more pros. There's more pros because it can learn something and then it can help you advance your own skills into becoming the best you that you can possibly be in your career.
Definitely.
Who doesn't want that? What? It's crazy. I'm all here for it.
And I'm all here for it. But speaking of AI, what are some of the things that people should look out for to not rely so much or be dependable on AI?
All right, so with AI, I think, you know, when you create new technology and you deploy it into the world or whatever, I think there should be measures put into place that can prevent people from overstimulating it or overusing it, right? But still use their own intellectual, like, capabilities, right? Because that thing obviously is not human. There's obviously something that you need to still be human with, right? So I think also with discipline as well, it helps you as a human being to be disciplined as well. Yeah. So I think looking at it from that lens or from that perspective, is the perfect way for you to mitigate any challenges that AI brings to the table. So yeah, definitely.
Thank you for that. And why should our viewers, the learners, now choose STEMI subjects and careers?
Do you know what it is? I'll give you a perspective from when I was in high school. And everyone was saying, Siyanda, going to STEMI. I was like, why should I go into STEMI? It's good for your career. I'm like, which career? I don't even have a career at the moment, you know? Yeah. But when you come into this space, it's so creative. I think one of the things that led me here is because of how it's not stagnant. Like something new is always happening. Like you're just never bored. Why wouldn't you want to be in a career field like that? Like it's so fun. Like it keeps you on your toes. Like you never know what can happen tomorrow. Like you're just you're always excited. And what's also nice about STEM is that everyone around you has the same goal, which is to succeed.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to be in an environment like that? Whether it's even if it's your own dream, you know, I feel like people know different things. You're around engineers, you're around researchers, you're around technologists, technicians, all of these great career fields, or people that are excellent in their careers, and they can give you knowledge, free knowledge. You know, they're always pushing for you to become your best self. And that's the STEMI, that's the STEMI feel, that's the STEMI vibe. Like, why wouldn't you want to be immersed in that kind of vibe, you know? So I feel like young people out there, don't think about the hardships and whatever. There's enough support for you to be successful in whatever career field you go into. But I feel like go there because it's fun. Like, genuinely, it's fun. And you travel all the time. Like, you're not just sitting in the office like this.
Yeah.
You're always traveling, you're having so much fun, and you're meeting so many great people around the world.
Definitely.
Why wouldn't you want to be there? Like, come over. Like, it's fun. You know, so yeah, definitely that, yeah.
Thank you so much, Siyanda. And for you, if you want to have fun and still solve problems of our communities and, you know, zhuzh up our country, well, that's not the word, but help us elevate our country and be more technologically advanced as well. STEMI is the right career for you to choose. STEMI subjects are the right subjects for you to choose. It's not boring, it's actually very fun, and you have all the support that you need to actually be successful in STEMI. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.